We all have past we can't erase. The weight of pain, trauma, and setbacks can feel like it's holding us back. Some of us carry scars nobody even sees, but they still shape the way we walk into every room, the way we think about ourselves, and even the way we see the future. But here's the truth: you don't have to stay stuck there, you don't have to be defined by your past. What matters most is how you choose to move forward. The reason I'm even talking about this is because I know how heavy life can get. I know how pain can feel like a prison. But I also know that ignoring the things you cannot change is one of the most powerful keys to freeing yourself. You see, when you stop wasting your energy on what can't be undone, you finally have space to build something new. And in this conversation, we are going to explore why that's true, how to do it, and how you can step into a stronger version of yourself. Pain is inevitable. Every single one of us faces moments that breaks us. For some it's childhood trauma, for others it's betrayal in a relationship. For others it's losing a job, failing at something you thought you'd win, or watching a dream slip out of your hands. Maybe it's fresh, maybe it's old, but either way it cuts deep. And sometimes it doesn't just cut once, it lingers. It repeats in your head like a broken record, and every time you think you have escaped, it finds a way back into your thoughts. Life is full of things we can't control. The actions of others, circumstances we never asked for, even our own past mistakes that can't be undone. And the first step toward healing is understanding this. No matter how much you replay it in your head, no matter how much you replay it in your head, no matter how much you wish it went differently, you can't rewrite the past. It's already written. The ink is dry. But here's the key. You always control your response, and your response is where the power lies. Your response is the one thing nobody can take away from you. People can betray you, life can hit you, situations can break you down, but they cannot dictate your response unless you let them. That's the gap between what happens and what you do next. That's where freedom is. So first, acknowledge the pain. Don't run from it. Don't suppress it. Don't bury it so deep that it controls you from the shadows. Think about it. If you break your arm and pretend it's fine, you are only making it worse. Same with emotional pain. If you keep pretending you are not hurt, you keep bleeding on things and people who never caught you. Acceptance doesn't mean you like what happened. It doesn't mean you approve of it. It means you are honest enough to face it, so it loses the grip it has over you. I know some of you are listening right now and you have been taught to just be strong, or shake it off, or don't let it show. But let me ask you, has ignoring it actually worked for you? Has pretending you are fine actually helped you? Or has it just built a wall inside you that you can't climb over? Acknowledging pain doesn't mean you are weak. It makes you free. I think the second thing I'll talk about is your mindset. Shift your mindset. Most people see pain as a roadblock, something that disqualifies them, something that makes them less. But you can flip that. Pain can be a stepping stone. Trauma doesn't have to be permanent. It can actually be the thing that forges strength in you. Ask yourself, how many of the strongest people you know became strong because life was soft on them? None. They became strong because they survived something. They built resilience. They found out they could endure. Okay, I want you to picture this. Think of steel. Steel isn't made by sitting quietly in a corner. Steel is forged by fire. The heat, the pressure, the hammering. That's what makes it unbreakable. And you are no different. The fire you've been through, the pressure you have survived, the weight you have carried, that's not the thing that ruined you. That's the thing that shaped you. The third thing I'll talk about today is focus on what you can control. This is where freedom starts. You can't change the past, but you can change how you show up today. You can choose your attitude, you can choose your habits, you can choose your environment. Maybe you can't change that you grew up in struggle, but you can decide what kind of future you are going to create. Maybe you can't undo a mistake, but you can choose to learn from it and not repeat it. Maybe you can't erase what someone did to you, but you can choose not to let it dictate who you become. And the moment you shift into that mindset, the moment you stop fighting battles you can never win, that's when you start moving forward. But let's be real. Why do most people fail at this? Why do so many stay trapped in pain for years, even decades? It's because they keep fighting the wrong fight. They fight against their past. They keep rehearsing what was done to them. They replay every detail hoping it will somehow change. They live in the victim role. Why me? Why did this happen? Why can't I catch a break? But the problem is, the past is already written. The more energy you pour into figuring it, the more exhausted you become. It's like punching water. No matter how hard you swing, your fist just goes straight through and you are left tired, drained, and stuck. You can't win that way. The moment you stop fighting your past is the moment you get your power back. That's when you stop bleeding out of energy. You can't influence and you start putting that energy into things you can actually change. I'll give you an example. I know someone who lost a job he had for a decade, over a decade. Imagine pouring 10 years of your life into something, then one day it's gone. They had every right to be bitter, to stay stuck in anger, but instead, they asked, what can I control now? And they decided to start something out of their predicaments. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't even have all the resources, but they had a choice. That shift from why me to what can I do now changed everything. And let me ask you, what would you shift in your life if you stopped asking why me and started asking what now? What will happen if you stop arguing with the past and started building the future? Ask yourself, what will happen? Now, maybe you are listening to this and you're asking, what if it's too hard? What if I can't move past it? What if my trauma is just too deep? I hear you. It's not easy. Nobody's saying it is. But here's the truth. You don't have to do it all at once. Healing isn't one giant leap. It's one step at a time. Change one habit, change one thought, take one small action, and tomorrow, take another. Think of it like building muscle. You don't walk into the gym one time and walk out ripped. It's the small, consistent reps that build strength. Same thing with your mind and your heart. Every small choice to focus on what you can control instead of what you can't is a rep. Every time you choose to redirect your thoughts, every time you choose to let that memory dominate your whole day, every time you say, I'm going to keep moving, you're stacking reps And over time, you get stronger. You can read all the books, watch all the videos, attend all the seminars, but if you don't take action, nothing changes. Information without application is just noise. What matters is what you do daily. And that brings us to persistence. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent steps. The small, consistent steps you take every day. Some days you feel like quitting. Some days the pain will flare back up. Some days you wonder if you are even making progress. But those are the exact moments that matter the most. That's exactly when growth is happening. The same way your muscle grow during the struggle. The same way your muscle grow during the struggle of your last rep. Your character grows during the days when you feel weakest. You don't see it immediately, but every small step is stacking into something bigger. Every time you push through, you are building a version of you that's stronger than the one before. And listen, you have the ability to redefine your future. I don't care where you have been. I don't care what you have been through. What matters is where you are going. And today can be the day you start. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today. Because if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, it will never come. The perfect moment is a myth. The only real moment is now. So here's what I want you to take with you. The key to overcoming obstacles in life isn't avoiding pain. It's deciding not to let pain control you. It's not letting the things you can't change keep you locked in the past. The scars you carry are not chains. They are proof you survived. Proof you endured. Proof you are still here. You have the power to shape your future, no matter your past. And if you want a community, if you want people around you who get it and who are also on the journey of turning pain into power, I invite you to check the link in the description and join the Elevators family. Actually, it's a wait list. That's where we build, that's where we grow, and that's where we refuse to let our scars stop us. Remember this: ignoring the things you cannot change is the first step to reclaiming your power. The past doesn't get the final say, you do. And the choice is in your hands today, so take it. Start your journey, build your stronger future.